Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about 6 types of real estate investments you should know about. So if you're new to real estate investing and you've been wondering how can you get started, what are the different opportunities available, and things like that, this video is for you. And even if you've been investing and you're just used to a particular type, this video is also going to broaden your knowledge so that you are equipped to know that there are other opportunities in the sector. So let's get started. The first of the types of real estate investment is what is called residential real estate investment. As the name implies, residential means a place people can live in, and this includes flats, houses, anywhere that would be inhabited as a place of residence for human beings falls under the category of real estate residential investment. Now, this type of investment is actually easy to get into. It's not so complicated as long as you get your numbers right. If you're buying it as a homeowner, which is you want to live in it, then it is not complex at all. All you need to do is have your objectives, what I call your priority list, and work alongside, of course, your budget. Okay, so this is the residential real estate. However, if you're buying it for rental income purposes, then you have to pay attention to the numbers. The second type of real estate investment is what is called commercial. As the name implies, commercial, it speaks of business or a place where transactions can take place. And under this category, we have offices, we have shops, we have hotels, and any property used for business. Basically, they are usually more expensive than residential, but they hold bigger income potential compared to residential. They come with low maintenance needs. It also has the benefit of having longer lease options because somehow people prioritize their business places, sometimes even more than their places of residence. You have cases where people would pay up their office space rent or shop space rent even before they pay their house rent, because that is the cash cow which would provide the income for them to thrive. Okay, another benefit of the commercial space is that it has lower vacancy rates, which ties into what I just said. People are more committed to protecting and securing their office spaces, and so you have cases of lower vacancy rate. And this also leads me to the next benefit, which is that they usually come with longer lease options, which is they have the benefit rather of people doing longer leases on the properties, because nobody plans to go into business just for maybe 6 months or 1 year. So you have people that take up commercial spaces willing to pay for longer years, 3 years, 2 years, sometimes even 5 years. I know someone who was telling me last week that they got a deal, they locked down a property for 10 years, 10 good years, and they had a deal with the landlord that for these 10 years, you're not going to increase the rent because, of course, they were going to invest a lot in upgrading the space. So they came to that agreement. So those are the kinds of benefits that the commercial space holds. The next type of real estate investment is industrial, which is similar to the commercial. However, it is where you have things like warehouses, storage units, and any other large space for special purpose structures. Okay, these kinds of properties fall under the industrial kind of real estate investment. Next on the list, which is type number 4, is land. Now, land is the foundation of everything else I've talked about, because it is on the land that the houses that will be lived in will be built. It's on the land that the offices will be built or the industrial spaces will be built. And land investment holds a lot of value, especially when you have a long-term view. As you already know, real estate is not a liquid asset, which is you can't just buy a property today and you want to sell tomorrow. No. So as long as you are ready to hold it for a while, then land actually has the potential for great returns. Another benefit of land investment is that it cannot be lost or stolen as long as it is bought right. We've spent a lot of time discussing title documents and the likes, and as long as that is in place, as long as your property, your title is perfected, as long as it was bought properly, then you cannot lose it or it cannot be stolen. Because even if you get to the Supreme Court and the title is in your favor, you have your facts and your proof of ownership, then it would always be yours. Same thing happens even if the government wants to demolish properties standing in the way of the development of the state or the community. As long as your title is perfected and it is valid and it shows that yes, this is yours, you will be compensated. Okay, so unlike the structures on the land, those you don't get compensated for the house on the land. No, when you're getting compensated, it is for the land itself. So this is a very unique benefit of land investment, and it is also easy to get started in. Even if you're a beginner, you can start with a plot of land, 10 plots of land, or an acre or more. It's easy, it's less complicated. It is just buy, hold, and that's it. So the fifth type of real estate investment is what I've titled exchange traded crowdfunding. It means that they are traded on an exchange. This comes with the benefit of being liquid. So if you're looking for a more liquid kind of real estate investment, then an exchange traded crowdfunding is a very great example. It is also great for beginners. If you're just starting out, if you're looking just to dip your toes in the water of the real estate space, then this is also great. And one example of this is the Real Estate Investment Trust, REITs. You can buy shares in a real estate investment trust and enjoy the benefits of dividends, capital appreciation, value appreciation rather, and all the likes. So like I said, it is liquid, meaning that if you need to cash out anytime, you're free to, and you can get your cash back. Another benefit of the exchange traded crowdfunding is that you can start with a low capital. The capital requirement is not high, so it has the low capital benefit. It is low risk as well, and it is what I call hands-free, which is if you don't want to be bothered with the running around day-to-day maintenance of a physical property, you don't have the time or cost commitment to put into it, then this is a great alternative. Now let's go to the very last type which I have here, and that is the non-exchange traded crowdfunding. So the one I talked about previously was the exchange traded, meaning they are traded on major exchanges. But this is non-exchange traded, but it's also crowdfunding, which is that funds are raised from more than one person. Funds are raised from a number of people to execute a project, to buy, to build, to maintain, to manage, to rent out, and all whatnot when it comes to real estate. So in this case, it is also hands-free for the investor, because the company they buy from, are the ones directly in charge of maintaining day-to-day running, making sure it's rented out and things like that. And you as an investor, all you need to do is buy slots in the investment property. You are rewarded. Your returns come according to the number of slots you have. I know of a company here in Nigeria that does that. They have any property they buy, they divide it into 100 slots, and then they put that out. But the property is also kept in the trust of one of the major trustees in Nigeria, and as an investor, that gives you extra confidence on the security of the asset. All right, and so they sell out these slots to investors and peg different interest rates depending on the duration that you as the investor is willing to hold it down for. Like I said, this is also a hands-free option, because you won't have to be bothered with the day-to-day running of your property, your investment property, and it is less hassle. It could be risky, even if it's in the hands of a trustee. It could still be risky. There's still a risk factor, but it is still generally safe. All right, so these are the 6 types we talked about: residential, commercial, industrial, land investment, exchange traded crowdfunding, and non-exchange traded crowdfunding. So which of these types are you going to get started with right away? Which one are you saying, I can do this right now, I don't have to procrastinate again? If you've decided, hit me up in the comments. I would love to read from you. And if you need help investing in any of these types of real estate, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to help. I hope you got value from this. I look forward to hearing from you. Till I come your way next week, take care and bye for now.